The distinguished name CN equals Computers, DC equals Adatum, DC equals COM provides a full description of the computer's object. The common name, CN, object computers, is a container located in the domain component, DC, Adatum, which is in the domain component named COM. Before you create a computer object in ADDS, you must have a place to put it. When you create a domain, the computer's container is created by default. This container is the default location for the computer accounts when a computer joins the domain. This container is not an OU, instead, it is an object of the container class. Its common name is CN equals Computers. There are subtle but important differences between a container and an OU. You cannot create an OU within a container, so you cannot subdivide the computer's container. You also cannot link a GPO to a container. Therefore, we recommend that you create custom OUs to host computer objects, instead of using the computer's container. Most organizations create at least 2 OUs for computer objects, one for servers and another to host computer accounts for client computers, such as desktops, laptops, and other user devices. These 2 OUs are in addition to the domain controller's OU, that is created by default during the ADDS installation. You can create computer objects in any OU in your domain. There is no technical difference between a computer object in a client OU, a computer object in a server OU, a computer object in the domain controller's OU, and even a computer object in an OU intended for users. However, administrators typically create separate OUs to provide unique scopes of management, so that they can delegate management of client objects to one team and management of server objects to another. Your administrative model might require you to divide your client and server OUs into smaller groups. Many organizations create sub-OS beneath a server OU to classify and manage specific types of servers. For example, you might create an OU for file and print servers, an OU for database servers, or any number of OUs that categorize the server types in your organization. By doing so, you can delegate permissions to manage computer objects in the appropriate OU to the team of administrators for each type of server. Similarly, geographically distributed organizations with local desktop support teams often divide a parent OU for clients into sub-OS for each site. This approach enables each site's support team to create computer objects in the site for client computers, and then use those computer objects to join computers to the domain. Your OU structure should reflect your administrative model, so that your OUs can provide single points of management for delegating administration. Additionally, by using separate OUs, you can create various baseline configurations by using different GPOs that are linked to the client and the server OUs. With group policy, you can specify configuration for collections of computers by linking GPOs that contain configuration instructions to OUs. It is common for organizations to separate clients into desktop and laptop OUs. You then can link GPOs that specify desktop or laptop configuration to the appropriate OUs. Note, you can use the redirect command line tool to reconfigure the default container for computers. For example, if you want to change the default container for computers to an OU called My Computers, use the following syntax. Redir CMP OU equals My Computers, DC equals Contoso, DC equals COM.